Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Morrowind. Well, last time, we looked down a whole bunch of Nerevarine endorsements. In fact, yeah, we're making some very fast progress in that regard. With 2 great houses and 2 Ashlander tribes locked down, we are already over halfway there. And as a result, today I want to focus on the Thieves Guild again because, oh yeah, this war that we're waging to fight back against the Komodo Tongue and the Fighters Guild, that I think is really rather good fun, so, okay. Next on the list, we need to make our way to Sadrith Mora and win over Hrundi. But you know what? Fair's fair. If I'm going to go and potentially blackmail Hrundi in a second, I'm going to at least do him a favour before I do. So, yes, last time I spoke to him, he did ask me to go to one of the dumb strongholds, Telasero, and help escort a scholar through the dungeon. So, yeah, I passed by this location before. It was definitely a 6-house base, and it is basically on the way between here and Sadrith Mora. So, fair enough, Hrundi. I will do that while I'm going past. Though by the looks of it, yeah, best option's gonna be travel to Molagmar, then head west on foot. Remembering as we go to jump literally everywhere, because at this point, yeah, one of the last big stat thresholds I need to hit is acrobatics 80, so I can keep getting promoted in the Thieves Guild and the Morag Tong. Though actually, you know what? Thinking about it, it looks like, yeah, Serana might actually be a tiny bit closer to Telasero. On top of that, I've never actually walked that route before. But I do recall that yes, once upon a time long ago in Saran, someone mentioned to me there was a madman on a hill nearby. Now at the time I was very low level, so I decided to stay away from the hills. But these days, honestly, yeah, I am up for a challenge. Let's flipping go! Right, so in which case, don't take the boat to Molagmar. You, sir, take me over to Saran, please. Okay, the slight trick being, yeah, around these parts, the hills are pretty steep, so probably best what we do is, yeah, a bit of levitating. There's my alteration, going in the right direction too. Brilliant. Yeah, that'll get me to the top of this here mountain range. Then we just need to find somebody wandering around the hills. I'm seeing a few creatures, a few cliff races, etc. So far, no sign of, yeah, a person. So, right. Stay up top. See what we can find. And yes, ultimately, mosey eastwards. I'm pretty sure that over there, yeah, that's 100% what we're looking for. The problem being, oh dear, the weather seems to be turning. And with it, visibility is going down, and that's not ideal at all. Oh, here we go. Basically, yeah, just around the corner from where I was a minute ago, we've got ourselves Umbra. Okay. And you, sir, are an orc with all sorts of fancy orc gear, so, right, might be time to decide who's the mightiest orc in the world. Have you come seeking me? My name is unimportant, my accomplishments are few. Okay, person of a few words, let's just admire you and... Okay, well he went from, you know, stoic and badass to nice and friendly in no time whatsoever, so, okay, apparently he feels nice and special now. Right, now me and you are best friends, let's talk about who you are and what you're planning to do. What's the use of knowing my name? If it'll make you more comfortable, you may call me Umbra. It's the name of my blade, though it may as well be mine. And yes, there was something to do with Umbra and a blade in Oblivion, wasn't there? It was like... Okay, I swear this was something to do with one of the Daedric missions in Oblivion, but I cannot remember. So, okay. What about accomplishments? What are any of my accomplishments in the whole of this world? I've travelled from one end of the land to the other. I've killed creatures that could stop a man's heart with but a look. I have the blood of men and mer uncountable on my hands. I have seen atrocities of war and the hideous excess of peace. There is nothing left for me in this world, so... Okay, do you just want me to fight you? Is that where this is going? Oh yeah, you want to die like a warrior, but you can't find anyone good enough to do it, so... I swear this shows up in every Elder Scrolls game, because there's a similar event in Skyrim as well, so... Okay, my friend, it's time to take you on, though... So I tell him I'm not really, like, you know, a sword person. So if I do kill him and take the sword, I'm probably just going to take it back to my Doom Fortress and add it to the collection. Because, as I say, not really so much of a sword person. But maybe don't mention that. I feel like you wouldn't want to know that. So, okay. Time to do some fighting. Wow, that is a big sword. You are not wrong. Okay, make sure I actually, like, you know, got my shield out and whatnot. Though, I mean, just out of interest, if, I just, like, you know, do some flying at this point. You can't do anything to me, can you? Oh, that's hilarious. So I could just... Okay, I feel bad about this. I shouldn't do this. This feels like, you know, I'm making fun of his attempt to take me on in epic single combat. Okay, as soon as this wears off, I swear we'll do this properly. So, okay, he might be a bit tough. Let's do Aria Smash, just to be sure. And he wants to do proper fighting. So we're going to do proper... I mean, oh, blimey, he's not kidding, actually. That was... Okay, he just did a lot of damage. Like a really, really big amount of damage. He almost one-shot me there. Okay, hang on, hang on. I need some of those, you know, really, really good health potions I carry round. Right, get some health going on, and... You stuck on a rock now. I think you might be a bit stuck on it. Okay, hang on, hang on, this is fine. Just, if I just wiggle around, he'll get unstuck from the rock. Oh, Bethesda games. I'd say never change, but, you know, it's been 20-odd years. Clearly they never do. Okay, he can't get unstuck from the rock. So, in the name of fairness, I'm going to go up to him, and we're just going to have a whacking fight. So, there we go, and blimey, he is, he's tough. Like, this weapon does a lot of cocky damage. He's doing a lot more to me than I'm doing to him, but, oh, back off, and do some more healing. Okay, bloody hell, this guy's the real cocky protagonist. Okay, can I maybe land a paralysis on you? So, oh, you are not immune to paralysis. Okay, that's going to make life a lot easier, though. Okay, the lad's got good agility, too. And seriously, you've got a lot of health, good sir, so just... No. You said you wanted to die in combat. Don't cooking and run off at the end. And I'll give ya, that is a good sword right there, though. I mean, it's kind of weird that a sword that could do up to 50 damage was capable of doing so much to me. Then again, I suppose it's getting like multipliers because I'm now playing on max difficulty. So, okay, we will take the possibly cursed swords. It is nice to have a blade with a soul trap on it, absolutely. Honestly, the rest of it, yes, we could probably leave. Like, the value of Orcish gear is fine, if not spectacular. And, like, stripping him naked feels disrespectful to someone who is kind of demonstrably a better warrior than me. So, rest in peace, Umbra. I'm glad you finally got what you were after. Anyway, back to, yes, my original plan. Mosey round to that Dunmer stronghold. Because, yes, by the sounds of it, we need to do some Fighters Guild work over there. So, okay, back we go to Telasero. We've been here before, though. Oh, dear. Looks safe. Went down to scout it out. Oh, Sondal. I feel like you made a mistake here. Like, I've only been here once, and I do remember it was very filled with, like, you know, cultists, monsters, etc., etc. So, how on earth do you pop your head into here and think, oh yeah, this looks fine, I'll just go ahead? So, okay, we've got plenty of 6 house cultists who are also... You guys tossing knives at me? Well, that's bloody rude, but okay, fine. If you want to do this as a big range to make a gibble, I think we could do that. Just head over to here and... Well, they were over there a second ago. I was about to blizzard you. It was going to be hilarious, but oh, hang on. Just put a blizzard down on you guys. They both fall over. I do like blizzard. Blizzard's hilarious. So, right. Now it's just mostly people who are, yes, a bit on the flimsy side. Lovely. I'm not feeling good about this guy's chances, by the way. Like, just in general. I feel like, oh, hang on. That's a corporate stalker. Still a zombie, that's fine. We need to get some magic back too. Yeah, these guys don't really, like, take prisoners. I don't think, though. Cannot but notice. I'm suddenly travelling very slowly. I was wondering what was going on there, but I suspect I know. Umbra hit me so hard, my bloody boots of blinding speed are broken. And yeah, these bastards just to finish them off. So, right, I need to start carrying around, like, one flipping repair hammer to stop that happening. Well, bare minimum, I could just jump everywhere. Jumping everywhere is also very, very fast, and I do need to jump everywhere, so in a way, this is actually a good thing. Just take out the corpus stalkers. Hang on, I see you guys too. Beautiful. Okay. The question is, that's not Sondal, but I do feel like, you know, he might be a bit on the dead side. Oh yeah, my nice high acrobatics is doing good work here, so start at, yes, maybe the top. Work down. This probably just leads up to, yeah, the balcony here. They were tossing things off, so don't worry about that. And stayed further and further down. Just got a bad feeling about poor... Oh dear. This doesn't seem good. This doesn't seem good at all. So, right, you guys coming in. You guys are not very good at your jobs. You're not really doing a particularly good job stopping me, though. You Sondal, buddy chance. Okay, hang on. Take out the local trouble. If we're lucky, yes, you survived using the ancient martial art technique of hiding on top of a table. Okay, so that is you. I will be back in just a second. I'm just going to make sure everyone else is dead first. I kind of like these basic guys, by the way, who just cannot hit me. Either they miss, or my shield catches it, like 90% of the time. And as a result, I can just give them the slightest tap with the mace that restores my magic, and then, congratulations, my entire mana meter is back. And as for any hits they do get in, there we go, absorb health, everything is fine, so, okay. May not be quite as fast as usual, but if I'm just jumping around everywhere, everything seems to be more or less fine. So, right, continue just sucking the life out of you guys. Beautiful. Okay. I think that's everybody nice and dead. I do like your creepy altars, by the way. Your creepy altars are very nice and stylish. Right, Sondal, let's get you out of here, because yes, as it turns out, this is not a safe location. Can you guide me back outside? That we could definitely do. Okay, thankfully, Sondal's decided she does not want to do any more looking around. She's happy to just leave at this point. So yeah, that was the main dungeon. This over here will presumably be the propylon chamber. Nothing much going on here, so right, I think we're done with this location. Beautiful. So okay, with that done, we can now proceed to Satrith Mora. So if I use, yeah, some CV intervention, that should get me to Molag-Mar. Yep, that looks about right. Now, step one, I need to find, yes, someone who could sell me some hammers or whatnot, and I'm pretty sure, yes, the Redoran Stronghold, you guys have got shops that are willing to sell to me. Oh, yeah, spot on, though. Interestingly, yeah, as hammers get better, you get less and less uses out of them. However, the weight actually goes down. So if I want to be carrying, like, you know, just a 1 or 2 emergency hammers, Grandmaster or Master might be the way to go. You know what, sure. For flipping a 3 weight, I will take 3 Grandmaster hammers that I will just carry with me going forwards. And then, yeah, just take a couple of more basic hammers that I can use right now, given I know a whole bunch of equipment does need a quick tune-up. I can't believe they broke my bloody boots. I'm not okay with that, though, you know, that is something to keep in mind. So the boots have got, like, no health whatsoever. They break pretty bloody easily. Which is something I don't really want to happen, because, yes, putting the boots back on is actually a bit of a faff. So, okay, just cast a put your boots on, lovely. And then that should be enough to, there we go, resist the blinding effect. Lovely, I've got my speed boots back. Okay, now my gear is fixed up, we can continue round the coast. And I'm pretty sure if I just drop down here, which I could just about do. You, sir, you can get me around to Satrith Mora, right? Irritatingly, no, just to Tel Brenora, but you know what? While I'm passing by Tel Brenora, Big Kalendi's final mission was stealing an enchanted ebony staff. So, okay. Felon and Marion in the Telvanni Tower in Tel Brenora. Here we go. The lands are way up top, and I'm pretty sure I see in the background there, right. That'll be the staff. So, honestly, not that great. 9 to 21 damage in various elemental forms, and then, yeah, not much damage from the actual attacker because it's a staff. They don't do much damage, so not spectacular, really, no. The trick's gonna be, getting it out of here. So, any chance you might be willing to, like, sell it or something? Okay, he won't sell anything on him, he'll just sell spells, though. Honestly, for 10 points, Greater Fireball, anything up to, yeah, 40 points of fire damage, that's not bad, I will take that, sir. But okay, if I just get behind him... Okay, he was suspicious for a second there. We're kind of dropping in and out of being detected. Just wait and... Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that was easier than I was expecting. You just sort of crouch semi-behind the table, you can just get in, grab it, be on your way. So, right, that's another thing I could drop in at Sadrith Morrow while I'm passing by. And speaking of which, right, John, don't bother, like, you know, walking out or anything. From here, yeah, Divine Intervention will probably get you straight over to Sadrith Morrow immediately. And... never mind, run up in heart. Okay, that's fine too, that's all absolutely fine. That's just a good opportunity to, you know, practice my jumping about, and also say hello to my best friend, Jonas Maximus. I love you, Jonas Maximus. Yes, now I'm here in Ebonheart. I know I can get a boat straight to Sadrith Morrow. It's just, now I've got to actually pay for it. Oh, perfect timing as I literally arrive back at Big Helende. Acrobatics goes up, so still can't be promoted in the Thieves Guild, but bare minimum, we're going in the right direction. So, here we go. You got the staff. Excellent. And I'll give you a choice. Didn't really expect you to be able to get that thing, so it's yours if you want it. But I can also sell it and give you a cut of the profit. So, presumably, yeah, that'll be worth a more Thieves Guild reputation. So, we'll do that, sure. She just gave me 250 gold. I feel like in many ways, that was not a good deal. Like, that staff was worth thousands. Still, bare minimum, and did just get me one other thing that might be a bit more useful. A ring that helps snatch things from a distance. The Ring of Far Reaching. Right, telekinesis, that's what that means, and I'm pretty sure I saw someone explaining this in the comments at one point. Because yes, telekinesis is a bit weird in Morrowind, which is... all it does is extend the range of your interactions. So yeah, right now, all I could do is reach this thing if it's right in front of me. But if I was to use this McJibble, all of a sudden... right, officially I'm like using telekinesis to summon the item over to me for as long as this thing is active. So, okay. I can see how that would be quite useful for grabbing things from the next room over without anyone being able to see me. So, okay, I think we'll be keeping that ring actually. That's way better than the staff. Right, so that's one good bit of Thieves Guild business taken care of. Lovely. And meanwhile, right next door, we need to go and chat to the Fighters Guild. Okay, so, Hronde, I have got good news and bad news for you. The good news is, I completed the mission as expected. Sundal is safe, hooray for the Fighters Guild, and, okay, 500 gold, which is still not great, but better than the 250 Perseus gave me, I suppose. And I even get a promotion to Defender. Lovely. So, okay, nothing more until I do more duties, though. Right, before we get to, like, you know, those duties and whatnot. Not going to attempt to blackmail you using your, like, you know, dumb girlfriend or whatnot, because I don't feel entirely comfortable about that. Instead, because me and you like each other, Hronde, we've done a work before, you trust me, how about you join our cause? Because Perseus said you were actually a good egg and might come round. Okay, you've convinced me, but Shoring knows who my lover is. If he suspects anything, he'll take her away from me. I'll go along for now, just be sure to take Shoring out quickly, don't give him a chance to regroup. For her sake, and yours. So, right, that is Sadrith Morrow and Balmorra on side in terms of, yeah, the Fighters Guild betraying their leader and backing me. Oh, and speaking of which, right. Apparently the next mission for this guy is taking out a Bosma mercenary who literally lives just down the road over in Town Naga. Somebody wants him dead, and Gea one of the Bosma mercenaries for Master Neloth. So, I feel like just murdering that guy probably isn't going to go down well, but if I taunt him so he attacks me, that should probably be okay. You know what? I'm gonna do that, because, you know, you decided to back me pretty nice and easy there. So, as a result, I'm gonna do you a favour right back, Runday. So, okay, just mosey over to the centre of town. A town naga is right here. We need to find, yes, this person, though. Okay, can't ask about that person with you. And here we go, I found the chappie upstairs. So, yeah, literally, top floor. Just down the road from Neloff himself, who I need to not speak to, because he might be a bit annoyed about the fact I'm literally wearing that Drake's Pride robe he told me to go and get. So, right. Buddy. I feel like potentially we need to take you out, though. John. Just get out like, you know, a good weapon or whatnot, and then taunt him into coming at you. If you don't start it, it's fine, though.
No!
Don't. Oh! No! No, I didn't. Okay, I feel like potentially I did start this now, because I didn't mean to pickpocket him. Okay, I meant to speak with him and taunt him. Instead, I was trying to rob him, he objected, then I killed him. And when you put it that way, it does make me sound a lot more like the bad guy, yes. Okay, nothing too dramatic on you, to be honest. A sort of okay third barrier ring, but shield is an alteration spell. I'm pretty good at those, so let's not worry about that. Especially when I'm more worried about, yes, whether anyone else is about to cause trouble. And stop flipping attempting to rob people! Okay. This person doesn't like me, but they're not attacking me either, so I feel like we should just go. Because I'm not 100% convinced that I was, you know, the good guy here. Like, in some ways, it would be completely justified if someone kicked up a bit of a farce. So, that guy's dead. I get a grand for it, and no one appears to be attempting to arrest me yet, so, okay, I think we got away with it. And meanwhile, he's got one final job for me. Find the Pudai egg mine, which contains 7 eggs of gold. But if you can't find it, don't worry about it. Right. Possibly he doesn't really believe these golden eggs exist, but potentially they're somewhere around Shea Gorat. So, fine. Next time I buy those parts, keep an eye out for, yes, any doors with Kwama workers inside, indicating an egg mine. For the time being, though, I feel like, yes, me and Hrundi are even. He's backed me, I've helped him out in return, so, okay, in which case, what I'm going to do now is, yes, mosey back to Vivek and pick things up with Jim Stacy. We might, yes, come and deal with the Ashlander business later. Right, Jim, good news and bad news. The good news is, Hrundi's completely on side. The bad news is, yes, that whole Robin Hood Bal Molag thing you were setting up. Turns out I've kind of lost a piece of important paperwork for that. So, okay, we may possibly be a bit stuck on that one till I remember where I put down that bloody paper. So, okay, we're making a progress, but yes, once again, till I hit acrobatics 80, we can't get promoted. Oh, and speaking of which, this is a bit embarrassing. He won't promote me to mastermind until I'm better at jumping, and also he won't give me any more jobs until I'm, you know, a mastermind. Right, I can see how that's a bit of a problem. Well, you know what? I think I could probably kill 2 birds with 1 stone here, because as part of, yes, the House Hlaalu Hortator business, he said I need to track down, okay, somebody. Something like a Drembero, possibly Drambero, I can't recall. Definitely began DR, which is important to remember, because yes, I need to ask guards about this, but okay. The implication was, one of the Hlaalu councillors is extremely cocky and elusive. He is somewhere in Vivek, but we don't know where. Which works for me, because yes, the nice thing about flipping Vivek is, it's full of slopes, and yeah, the way jumping works in this game is, you could jump along and each jump boosts your acrobatics. However, if you got to like a slope, say, and then start hammering the jump key as you go up, you could do a load of mini jumps. If I just do this as fast as I can, every single one of those is a jump. so I can get acrobatics going up in a hurry, so I go up and down the various slopes of the city and try and track down Mr. Dram and or Drambarrow. Now, speaking of which, my friend, Dram! It was Drambarrow. So, right. Somewhere in St. Holmes. But the whole point is, yeah, he kind of hides himself away. So he could be anywhere in St. Holmes, and speak of the devil, 75 right there. We will be at 80 in no time at all, thanks to, you know, just jumping around the many slopes of Vivek. Oh, better and better. Right, St. Holmes has got these weird external addresses, so check those. This might be, you know, an apartment he's hiding in, so you're not flipping a Drambarrow. In theory, you might know a bit more about Drambarrow simply because you live in the same canton. I've seen him on the top of St. Holmes before. Now that would suggest he's based, yes, somewhere, no, not in the wasteworks, instead, up in the plaza. So okay, check about, though presumably, yeah. One assumes, the whole point is, he's not going to have his name on the door. So we need to have a check about here, though. Okay, now that's a tiny bit more suspicious. In theory, he could have, like, you know, a private apartment round the back of someone else's house or something. Just make sure. No, that's just a cupboard where this person keeps their money, or to put it another way, my money. Then we've got the Ingling Manor we've seen previously, so okay. Keep on keeping on. St. Tom's Temple, we've been in there before, that's fine. Up and north at 2. Just check if you guys know anything as we're getting closer and closer. Same line again, just top of St. Olms. Just check upstairs. Okay. Doesn't appear to be hiding in your bedroom as far as I can see. Gotcha. Oh, now this, however, this could be just the thing. A haunted manor. So that's a manor house, very appropriate for, you know, someone aristocratic, but if you wanted to be, you know, not disturbed and whatnot, you might just say, oh yeah, my house is... Well, there's definitely that, you know, weird whispering noise that you sometimes get in tombs, so, potentially, this might be an actual haunted manor. Hard to say, so, okay. Crack you open. Not trapped. Down into the basement and... okay. Seems quite nice. Maybe a bit fancy. Still feeling like aristocrat is the answer here. And...
what say you?
Okay. Guarding the bold. Right. And we've got Drambarrow. I'm really sorry for, like, you know, invading your house and whatnot. I take precautions to ensure I'm not found easily. I see I will have to take more precautions. What can I do for you? Right, my friend. 1, I like you. You are a little bit difficult to win round, but okay, come on, let's get you up to, like, you know, a good high number here. North of 90 normally does just about anything. And then I would like you, sir, to declare me as Hortator. You are found to me, and that means you're resourceful. Yes, I will vote for you as Hortator, but my vote alone means nothing, so, right. Ingling, that's fine, we bribed him. Crassius, we've given him a kiss, so that's fine. The other 2, however, they belong to Orvas Dran. Now, I feel like me and Orvas aren't necessarily going to get on, so I know where his plantation is, but unfortunately, yeah. I don't think he's going to want to talk to me. I did kind of murder all his guards and free some of his slaves. Still, I do like your fake haunted manor. That's kind of cool, actually, yes. Still, no reason not to go and say hello, and bloody hell, acrobatics is just flying up now. I'm focusing on jumping everywhere, so, okay. We'll be at 80 in no time, Jim. Don't worry about it. And bare minimum, one advantage we do have is, yes, there's no guards to stop me, because I already killed them all. So as a result, we could just walk straight in the front door. There is hilariously still one guard who didn't seem to realise I was doing anything wrong during the last murder frenzy. So, right. Don't worry about you, my friend. This guy was upstairs, wasn't he? Hang on. Hang on. I swear we saw him. Right. Orvas Dran. I would like to begin by saying sorry for all of the murder, etc, etc. Oh, we are literally starting at 0. He definitely knows what I did. Okay, what we're gonna do is start off with a nice, healthy bribe. So, okay, maybe 100 gold, just to move him in the right direction. Now, we start admiring his hair and his armor and whatnot. So, okay, he's coming round. I feel the same way. It's been some time for me now. To enjoy how easily people fall in love in this game. It's great. So that, I'd say, is probably a very good investment of about 1,200 gold or thereabouts. So, okay. Let's have a nice chat about me becoming Hortator. You come to me and show unusual wisdom for an outlander. But what's the title of Hortator worth to you? Why do you want to be Hortator? So, okay. Tell the story, defeat Dagothur, and bring peace to Morrowind, or defeat Dagothur, and protect Morrowind from the Empire. I feel like that last one might appeal to this guy a bit better, because, you know, he's running a great big slave plantation, and slavery is a big Morrowind thing, and not a big Empire thing. So, yeah, logically, protecting Morrowind from the Empire slowly bringing in its laws and whatnot, that would work in his favour. So, okay. Let's try that, see if we can win him round. I've long believed it was a mistake to turn her from the old gods. Perhaps Azura is with you after all, and maybe not. I will tell you that I've spoken with Dagothur. He promised me the same thing, that I will drive the foreigners from our lands. But I'm not one to ignore opportunity, nor am I one to be troubled by rubbing two sides of a coin. If you're an orc of your word, I'm an ally. I will tell Valinda and Navina to support you as Hortator of House Hlaalu. So, right. Apparently Dagothur is also sending around messages to speak to powerful individuals and trying to build up alliances. So, okay. This guy is willing to back me because, yeah, if I'm basically saying, hey, I'm pro-Morrowind and anti-Empire, and Dagothur wants the same thing, as far as he's concerned at that point, it doesn't matter which of us wins, this guy still wins anyway, so, okay. Luckily, we've got him on board, because Crassius was saying, you can kill Yngling, but don't kill anyone else, or we'll be annoyed. So, yeah. I feel like it was definitely the right decision to spend a fair whack of money getting you on side. Okay, hilariously, was just running back to, yes, speak to my good friend Crassius, I think I've now got everyone on board, and just reached acrobatics 78 by just hopping up, you know, the slope to House Hlaalu. And apparently I just leveled up. Oh, this is not a good level up as it turns out. Blimey. Okay. By the sounds of it, yes, just convincing Orvis isn't actually enough. Like, the fact they get to vote as he does, it doesn't matter. I still need to go and speak to them to confirm it, because Crassius is not confirming me as Hortator right now. Still, bare minimum, it looks like, yeah, both of them do live pretty nearby, and once again, I can just hop over there to keep my acrobatics moving up to the critical 80. So step 1, he said, yeah, the nearest person was just outside Vivek, just take the bridge near Telvanni, so if I'm in Hlaalu right now, this will be Redoran, then Arena, then Telvanni, so just hop in this direction. So yes, as he says, there's a bridge right here by the Telvanni Canton, and he said turn south and take a different bridge over to a small island. So, there we go. Bridge right here. And if we're on an island right now, and yes we are, it's like a tiny island right here. Can't be that difficult to find a manor house around these parts. I see you want a house over there. Presumably that's the one. There we go. Olmani Manor. Spot on. Just need to track down the person who lives here. Confirm their vote, because yeah, with Orvas on side, they should vote for me. Here we go. You look nice and fancy, madam. So okay. I think we should get you on side, and yes, we shouldn't even need to persuade you, because you're gonna vote as Orvas votes. Beautiful. And the last person was, yes, just outside Saran. So if I just basically hop due north, we should get there in no time whatsoever. There we go, Saran just over the water there. I think they said, yeah, leave the town going north, cross the bridge, manor house on the south. So, that will probably be it right there. And if I just knacker my legs a bit on the way, better and better. Knackering my legs is precisely what I want to do, because that significantly boosts acrobatics. And there we go, Yul's Manor. So, right, you, good sir, should be the last one. Oh, hilariously, she literally opens the conversation with, yes, congratulations on your negotiations with Orvas. So, okay, once again, you're just going to say yes, because Orvas said yes. Gotcha. Okay, and with that done, yes, that should actually be everyone this time. So, just hop on a Silt Strider back to Vivek. Beautiful. Acrobatics still keeps going in the right direction because, seriously, these ramps are just, you know, flipping acrobatics central if you just hammer the jump button up them. Right, this time, Crassius, job flipping done. Splendid, I'm so happy for you, what an honour, but no more than you deserve, Pumpkin. Now I've got a treat for you, a belt to give into the Hortator of House Hlaalu. Just snug it around that supple little waist, and I don't like Crassius. I find Crassius deeply unsettling, so, right. We've got stuff to do, but don't be a stranger. Don't neglect poor lonely Uncle Crassius, your devoted admirer. Okay, hopefully I, never need to come back here again. I'm just gonna shut the door on him. Oh, but I tell you what, though. That belt's actually pretty bloody good. For once, constant effect and magic plus 20 is not terrible either. Right now I've literally got, block being fortified by 5 points. That is not particularly exciting, so, okay, we finally found a bit of Hortator gear I actually want to wear on an ongoing basis. Okay, so all of that business means, one, I've got another Hortator nomination under my belt. In fact, that completes the Great Houses. But yes, more importantly, acrobatics is now at 79. So, okay, just to, push that over the edge and whatnot. I feel like we need to go to the ultimate acrobatics training location right here in Vivek, which is this beautiful giant staircase that goes right up to the top of the temple. So if we just go up here, hammering the jump key, turn around, jump down to the bottom, break my legs a bit, which is fine, then just hammer jump up here again. Okay, just one rotation of that. That got me 20% of the way there. So, right, just a few loops like that. Oh, and there we go with the horrible snap of my legs breaking beneath me. We have hit acrobatics 80. Right, Jim, I have got some good news for you. And there we go. He has acknowledged my new skills in the field of jumping. Though, please stop bringing up the Forge Land deed. I don't know where it is, Jim. I'm sorry, I lost it. Oh, and this is hilarious. It turns out the mission he wouldn't give me until I proved I was good enough at jumping was taking out those two guys over at the Dren Plantation, who I killed the first time I went there some time ago. And even more hilariously, this is the second time this has happened, because the Morag Tong also told me to kill them after they were already dead. So, right, everyone wants those guys dead. Oh, and it feels like we've come to the big finale here. So, right. We've officially managed to neutralize all of his subordinates, and possibly his most fearsome forces as well. But now it's time to deal with Mr. Heart personally. We've tried bribes, blackmail, even diplomacy. It would appear that, yes, there's no way to deal with this guy apart from a straight-up flipping murder. Also, apparently the Fighters Guild's got an outpost here in Vivek. Okay, can you tell me which canton it's in? Because I don't know where to find this guy. Okay, according to the bookseller outside, every single Imperial Guild has got a guild hall here in the Foreign Quarter, so it must be somewhere in here, I guess. Here we go, up in the plaza. So yeah, there's the Mages Guild and the Fighters Guild beyond it. I think I've just never been in here before, so okay. Luckily, right now, I'm a member in good standing, so they're not suspicious of me in the slightest. And there we go. He's right here. No locked doors, no protection, no anything, because, yeah, as far as he's concerned, I'm a member in good standing. The problem is, how many of these people are going to come to his defense in the event this turns into a fight? I feel like, yeah, this might be a good time to crack out the flipping stealth. Oh, speaking of which, right, Jim did just give me the Ring of Shadow form, but it's kind of terrible next to, yes, the amulet I've already got, and good old Caius's pants. But yes, I feel like this is precisely what the ultimate chameleon gear is actually for. Just activate Amulet of Shadows, follow that up with Caius's pants, and... okay. We should now be undetectable. I like how my hammer is just floating through the air. Like, you know, I'm invisible, my hammer isn't, no one seems to know or care about that, so, door gets shut, sneak up behind you, big slam on the back of the head, and... okay. The music appears to be chill. We can help ourselves to a nice steel warhammer of smiting, but honestly, I don't feel like we need it. So, right, you're dead, which is good. That might be a skill book, but unfortunately, we cannot help ourselves to that. Just, you know, help ourselves to any cash that's sitting around while we're, like, you know, in here and invisible and whatnot. And okay, there is a slightly cool bit of gear in here, but it is for hand-to-hand, so not really my thing. Instead, just sneak on out, shut the door, stand up, and... are we cool or are we not cool? Okay, apparently we're cool. Brilliant. Even more hilariously, I can actually accept new missions from the Fighters Guild from this guy right now, just round the corner from the dead guild leader. That's amazing. So okay, back to base and Jim, my friend. The mission is complete. So he is dead. Whatever his personal vendetta, he won't trouble our guild again. The remaining leaders of the Fighters Guild are more sympathetic to us. Since you've saved the Thieves Guild here in Vardenfell, I think you deserve this. It's the skeleton key, the most perfect tool ever created for lockpicking. I found it when I lived in Hammerfell. Use it wisely, and now I've got new jobs for you to do. You sure you do? Because I suspect George is about to talk to me about that missing land deed, and if you do, once again, I'm so sorry about this. Oh, never mind. Actually, it's not really a job in the traditional sense at all. The final job I'm going to give you is take care of the guild. You've done great things, Arya, and with you here, I think it's safe for me to take a bit of a vacation. Maybe go back to Hammerfell, see the old family. Until I get back, I'm leaving the guild in your capable hands, so, okay. Feels like, yes, he's naffing off, I'm the new guild leader, and... okay, we never actually finished the whole Bal Malagamur situation. But then again, we kinda couldn't because once again I kinda lost a document, so I'm really sorry about that. But bare minimum, I did save the guild from destruction, so let's call it a tie. And there we go. Officially, I am now a master thief, adding to, yes, my increasingly long list of factions that I'm now in flipping control of. Still, with the Thieves Guild business all wrapped up, how about we call it a part there? But next time... okay, I've actually been thinking... I feel like a little bit of a change of pace. You know, going and doing something quite different from what we've been doing over the past couple of weeks. So, okay, won't say exactly what I've got planned, but let's just say next time we might be turning our attention to something very, very new indeed. So hopefully you join me for that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been Morrowind. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?